Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Chicago Fire's upcoming episode is the most crucial hour of the season. Here's why. Chicago Fire has had no shortage of eventful occurrences in Season 13. The firefighting drama has subjected us to breakups, addiction issues, the death of loved ones, and the adoption of children. It has run the gamut of emotions, as all good Chicago Fire seasons do. But the April 16 episode, titled Post-Mortem, is going to trump all of these plot points. Post-Mortem is going to dish out the most devastating revelations of the season over the course of its hour-long runtime. The episode will hinge upon the return of Wallace Bowden, Eamon Walker, and the professional fallout that occurs when a firefighter gets left behind in a building collapse. Not only will the firefighter in question potentially lose their life, but someone will potentially lose their job. The Bowden of it all was enough to drum up initial excitement from fans, but Eamon Walker's recent interview with TV Line has made us realize just how impactful Post-Mortem will be to the rest of the season. We're looking at an episode that could radically shift the core lineup of Chicago Fire, moving forward through both death and professional disgrace. It's a very heightened specific situation that they have to deal with now, Walker explained, because the fallout from it is, potentially, terrible for the whole Chicago Fire Department. The actor also noted that Bowden's return is not the love fest some of us may be hoping for, given the severity of what he is being asked to do. He comes into this episode under this heightened situation because a firefighter had been left behind in the fire, and nobody knew until a pass alarm went off, Walker explained. To investigate his old favorite firehouse and his old friends and people he loves, and with the potential of him firing someone, it's pretty heavy. Walker had previously hinted at the possibility of a character dying in interviews, but this TV Line chat doubled down, and all but confirmed that a firefighter will be knocking on death's door at some point during the episode's runtime. None of those relationships are relevant because what you're dealing with is somebody that's dying, he flatly stated. The actor claimed the firefighter in question is a fan favorite, which means we could be losing not one but two Chicago Fire characters in Post-Mortem. This is a mind-boggling concept, given that we are still several episodes away from the Season 13 final. Regardless of what happens, you'll need to clear out your schedule Wednesday night and make sure you're locked into the show. Asterisk. Chicago Fire's latest revelation spells trouble for Carver and Violet's love story. Asterisk. Chicago Fire boss confirms beloved character will be back with a surprise twist. Asterisk. Which one Chicago character is most likely to leave before the 2025-26 TV season? Asterisk. We were already worried about Chief Pascal, but this Chicago Fire star made it worse. For over a decade, Chicago Fire has blazed its way into the hearts of fans with high-stakes action, deep emotional storylines, and a family of firefighters that feels like our own. But as this current season builds toward its climax, all signs point to the upcoming episode as the most pivotal hour of the year, perhaps even of the entire series to date. It's not just another thrilling ride through a fiery rescue or tense relationship drama. This episode is poised to redefine loyalties, shift power dynamics at Firehouse 51, and set a new course for every major character. Here's why fans should consider this next installment essential viewing. 1. A leadership crisis is brewing. Over the last few episodes, we've seen subtle cracks forming in the foundation of Firehouse 51's leadership. Bowden's once unshakable authority is being tested from multiple angles: internal politics, outside interference from higher-ups at the CFD, and the personal toll of long-term service. Rumors suggest that a major decision is looming. Will Bowden retire, be forced out, or make a power play that surprises everyone? The upcoming episode promises a turning point in this storyline. Sources hint at a leadership shakeup that could not only shift the chain of command, but also split loyalties within the firehouse. For longtime viewers, the idea of a fractured 51 is almost unthinkable, which is exactly why this hour will be so compelling. 2. A rescue that changes everything. Chicago Fire is known for its edge-of-your-seat rescues, burning buildings, high-rise disasters, and everything in between. But this episode's main incident is said to be one of the most ambitious the series has ever attempted. Teasers have shown glimpses of a multi-vehicle pileup on a Chicago freeway with fire, hazardous materials, and a possible connection to one of the firefighters' pasts. This isn't just an action set piece, it's a narrative fuse that will ignite personal storylines. A close call during the rescue could prompt a major character to question their future on the team, while another may cross a line in the heat of the moment that changes how their colleagues see them forever. 3. Severide's return, with a secret. Yes, it's happening. Kelly Severide is finally back. After a long absence working undercover with the OFI, the fan-favorite lieutenant is returning to Firehouse 51. But this won't be a triumphant homecoming. Whispers around the set suggest that Severide is hiding something, possibly tied to the case he was investigating. Whether it's PTSD, a betrayal, or a professional threat that followed him home, something's coming, and it's going to affect his marriage to Kid, his place on the team, and the stability of the entire house. This episode marks the first step in unraveling that mystery. For fans who've missed the simmering tension Severide brings to the squad, this hour will deliver, but with unexpected consequences. 4. Brett's crossroads. Sylvie Brett has quietly become one of the emotional anchors of Chicago Fire, and with her recent engagement to Casey, off-screen but heavily referenced, she's facing a major life decision. Stay with the Firehouse family she's built in Chicago, or leave to start her future with the man she loves. The upcoming episode is being touted as the moment she finally makes her decision. What complicates things is a new emergency medical protocol that puts Brett at odds with Gallo and Violet. With tensions rising in the paramedic ranks, Brett's role as a mentor and leader is being challenged like never before. If this is truly her final chapter in Chicago, this episode will serve as both a farewell and a reckoning. 5. A new threat to 51. Every great season of Chicago Fire features an outside antagonist, someone or something threatening the soul of the firehouse. This season, that threat is coming in the form of city budget cuts and a cold, by-the-numbers CFT consultant determined to restructure how the department operates. Sound boring? Not when that consultant starts suggesting that Firehouse 51 be split up or worse, shut down entirely. The next episode introduces this figure in full force. And from what's been leaked, a bombshell report will be delivered during the episode that sends shockwaves through the team. Expect Bowden to clash directly with this new adversary, and don't be surprised if someone unexpected sides with the enemy. 6. The emotional weight of legacy. What separates Chicago Fire from other procedural dramas is its deep investment in legacy. This episode promises to honor that by drawing from the past in a big way. There are rumors of surprise cameos, maybe Casey, maybe Cruz's brother Leon, and flashbacks that tie current events to the early days of Firehouse 51. A new recruit, introduced recently, also plays a key role in this episode, and their journey is beginning to echo the humble, idealistic roots of Casey, Severide, and even Dawson. The episode isn't just about what's happening now, it's about who these people were when we first met them and how far they've come. 7. The cliffhanger to end all cliffhangers. It's already being whispered that this episode will end on one of the most jaw-dropping cliffhangers in series history. Whether it's a life left hanging in the balance, a betrayal revealed, or an explosion that literally tears apart the firehouse, no one is safe and nothing is certain. The promo footage ends with a lone firefighter trapped in smoke, a hand reaching out just before the screen cuts to black. Fans are already speculating wildly. Is it Kid? Cruz? Gallo? Whoever it is, their fate may not be revealed until next week, and that uncertainty is going to fuel fan debates for days. In short, this upcoming episode of Chicago Fire isn't just a must-watch. It's the kind of event that will be talked about all season. With high-stakes drama, emotional payoffs, long-awaited returns, and a looming threat to everything the crew holds dear, this is the episode where everything changes. So grab your Firehouse chili, huddle up with your fellow fans, and prepare yourself, because the fire is about to hit its hottest point yet. And when the smoke clears, Firehouse 51 may never be the same.